Welcome back everyone to my channel, and today I decided that maybe I should react to some of the Kentucky Ballistics videos I haven't seen before, because, well, first off, why not? Secondly, I also failed the recording of my last one of his newest videos, so why not do this as a compensation, and I'll probably record some more of those later. So, today we have scope kisses. How dangerous are they? Let's see. I've kind of been wondering about that sometimes in my life before, so yeah, let's see. How exactly dangerous that is. Let's go. Okay. What are they doing?
One more time. Do it one more time, old man.
Okay.
Come on, man. Quit walking in front of my camera.
Oh,
Can't you see I'm trying to film my sick workout and show the world my sick biceps? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you filming for your 5 followers? Actually, it's 15 and a half followers. Why don't you show me some respect, bro? Maybe I would show you some respect if my grandmother didn't curl more than you in her silver sneakers class. And as for your camera, how's this for getting too close? You're right, I'm sorry. Come here, boy. I'm going to show you a real workout. Don't hurt me, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Okay. That wasn't exactly related, but still funny.
Everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And today, we're going to talk about kisses. And I'm not talking about Hershey's Kisses. Yeah. I'm talking about scope kisses, which are not delicious at all and are actually quite painful. So what is a scope kiss? If you are aiming a rifle and you have your scope a little too far back, or maybe you've got your face a little too far forward, the recoil of the gun is going to cause that scope to come back and give you a little kissy-wissy on your face.
Oh, no.
Now, that is quite painful and can cause quite a bit of damage to your face. Today, we're going to see just how much damage that would cause to the shooter. I have several rifles, starting from small and going all the way up to very large. Now, I don't feel like being scope kissed today, so instead I have a Ballistic Dummy Lab zombie bust that we will be using as our test subject. I am very excited about today's video, so let's go get set up and get started.
Very interesting.
I have been racking my brain trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to make this work, and this is what I've come up with. A bag of sand. So I wanted this zombie bust to be firm but still have a little bit of give to it. I felt like cinder blocks would be too much and a sandbag should be just right. So we're going to start out with a 22 long rifle. This is a bolt action rifle.
This is a 22. I thought the barrel looked thicker than the 22 should, but okay.
I think this is going to provide a big kiss, just more of a little smooch.
Like, you know, I've never actually shot a rifle in real life, so I wouldn't know.
So I'm going to line this rifle up with the zombie bust. I'll be the one pulling the trigger, and we're just going to let the magic happen. Okay. Get this guy lined up.
Okay. Ooh.
So it looks like a 22 long rifle would not be too bad to be kissed by. We don't
just a little tap to the eyebrow.
Have a lot of damage here. So now we are going to move on to a bigger caliber. So we are going to jump from 22 to 223. I have an AR-15 here. Let's see what this does. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, I think you would have felt that one.
Ooh. Yeah, that looks like a couple of lacerations,
so
maybe
really any
around the eye here.
Marks on our zombie bust, but the slow-mo shows that a 223 would definitely kiss you a lot harder than a 22 long rifle. So now we are going to step it up to a bolt action 308. This is quite a bit bigger than 223 and should produce more recoil. These are some Underwood ammo.
That's pretty powerful.
75 grain controlled chaos, by the way. I think that this may leave a mark. All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Oh,
that didn't look good. Oh no. Yeah, you might get some
308.
Pretty noticeable damage after that.
Definitely be kicking more than the 223. We have visible marks now. That's even cracked a little bit. That cracked his eyebrow and through here, and this is cut. Oh my goodness.
So that's some cracked bones already.
I'm gonna say 308 is pretty good at smooching. So we still have 3 very large rifles to test.
I wonder if you would test it with a shotgun as well, or does nobody ever put a scope on a shotgun? I don't know.
Test out in this video, but before we do, we're gonna try something else.
Okay.
On top of being scope kissed, there's something I like to call being forehead licked, and that is where someone is shooting a very big handgun, does not have a very good grip on it. They do not have their arms straight. They do not have, there's a buckle. Get out of that lens.
Yeah, I saw that.
Anyways, they are not hanging on to that handgun good enough. And when it goes off, it comes back and hits them in the forehead. So now we're going to try out a few handguns.
I've seen a few videos like that on different channels where people almost shot themselves in the face with their revolver.
And see what that would look like. So this little guy right here is one of my favorite hand cannons. This is a Ruger Super Red Hawk Alaskan.
Nice. A very short revolver, it seems.
454 Casull with a 2.5-inch barrel.
That's a powerful round,
It's very snappy, and if you don't hang on to it, you're definitely going to get forehead licked. Now, this is an Underwood Ammo 300 grain jacketed hollow point. I am very curious to see what happens. So I put some thought into this.
Let's see.
And I feel like this is the best way to do it. I'm going to get down behind the zombie bus. I'm going to put my hand here on his shoulder, so if he were to fall back, my forearm is all that's going to hit me.
That's funny.
And then I'm just going to put the gun in front like I would be shooting. And we should get some good forehead action. Here we go.
Ooh, that looked like it cracked his bone as well. Maybe.
So you definitely would have felt that one. We have us a new mark here, and I believe that's from our front sight. It damaged all of this above his eyebrow. This next hand cannon I have is one that I have seen on the internet a lot, slapping people in the foreheads, and that is a Desert Eagle. This is my Magnum Research Desert Eagle chambered in 50 AE, and I have some 50 AE Underwood Ammo 350 grain full metal jackets. Let's see how good this thing is at licking foreheads.
Ooh. Oh no, it hit him in the mouth, in the jaw, and didn't even cycle properly.
So it appears our slide came back and hit the zombie bust in the chin and kind of prevented it from coming up and slapping him in the face. Now that still would have hurt really bad, but we're going to take one more try.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that got it.
Ooh, his nose is gonna hurt after that.
So it looks like we had a much better result that time. We got smacked right in the face. I don't see any new damage, but the slow-mo camera definitely showed that that would not feel nice. But I have one more hand cannon that's slightly bigger than that one to try out. And that would be the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum, the biggest production handgun in the world. This is a Smith & Wesson.
So the biggest, now second biggest after, I guess, the Bushwhacker, which I reacted to before.
500 Magnum with an 8 3/8-inch barrel. And I've seen lots of videos of this thing licking people's foreheads. And we're going to see if we can recreate that. And I'm going to be using some Underwood Ammo Kentucky Ballistics 600 grain hard cast.
These are huge.
That right there is looking pretty good. But before I give this zombie bust a new forehead tattoo, if you're enjoying this content, hit that subscribe button. And here we go.
Oof.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's a lot of energy. And it hit him in the mouth again. That's gotta be some broken teeth, maybe.
Well, after reviewing the slow-mo footage, it looks like you would not have a new face tattoo from that, but you would need to pay your dentist a visit. It seems that this rear sight smacked him in the mouth, and you can see all this in here is pretty broken. He's got some broken teeth. Yeah, right there.
Oh,
those
no.
are broken.
Oof.
Yep, there's one right there. So I think that just goes to show you that if you are not very experienced with handguns, you definitely want to be extra safe when you try out your first hand cannon. Otherwise, you may look kind of goofy afterwards.
Very true.
Now we are going to transition back to rifles, and boy, are they some big ones. The 308 did quite a bit of damage to our zombie bust, but I think this one is going to do a little more.
Okay. What is it?
Is my Savage 338 Lapua bolt action rifle. And as you can see here,
isn't that the other caliber that the Barrett comes in besides 50 cal, or am I thinking about something else?
338 Lapua is no tiny round. Oh man, this is gonna be gnarly.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it lined up. Oh yeah.
That looks like it did a lot of
She be
damage.
kissing.
Ooh, that is a broken nose for sure, and maybe an orbital bone as well.
Let's have a little look at our zombie bust here. Yeah, his nose is chipped.
Oh.
And this is all nice and broken.
Yeah.
I would say that after that, you may be a little gun shy. You also may be investing in an eye patch. So the 338 Lapua was not playing around, but
Unless you're wearing safety glasses, like Scott did, which is why his eyes are fully recovered now.
when it comes to recoil, I think this next gun has it beat. This is my CZ 550 Safari 505 Gibbs. This gun is not necessarily very heavy.
550, so is that like slightly bigger than a 50 cal, like 0.55 of an inch? Is that what it means?
But it's producing a lot of energy. This is the 505 Gibbs. This is a 600 grain jacketed soft point, and this thing is going to be producing a lot of recoil. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Get this thing lined up.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm going to say about right there. Holy cow.
I think I just saw some bone splinters fly out.
Yep. 505 Gibbs. Definitely be kissing.
Oh no, and yeah, that looks like he does not have an eye anymore. For sure. Or at least a very damaged one.
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
Yeah.
Look at the
that
scope.
Is gone.
There are bits of bone on this scope.
That is nasty.
Take this with a grain of salt because I've never actually been on a safari hunt. But I don't think that scopes belong on rifles that produce this much recoil because there is always the risk of that. I don't want anything near my face that is producing that much recoil.
Makes
all the
sense.
guys on the safari forums are really going to rip me apart for that one. I know they love me. So our last rifle is a gun.
Oh no, it is the gun, the one and only.
That I have personally been kissed by. This is a Serbu.
That's a bit more than a kiss.
RN50 50 BMG, and when it comes to 50 BMGs, this is pretty darn light. And this one in particular does not have a muzzle brake, so I feel like this is our best chance at delivering the biggest, wettest, fattest scope kiss that we possibly can. So now we are going to create the worst scope kiss possible. The only thing that I think would be worse than this is a 950 JDJ scope kiss, but I did not want to risk ruining that scope.
That would probably just obliterate the head.
So this is what we got today. More 950 JDJ videos are coming though, so stay tuned. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. So our setup now is slightly different than what we've been using. We were using a sandbag.
I see he's using the pull string trick again because he does not want to stay too close to that gun.
So it had a little bit of give, but this time we're not doing that. I have 2 cinder blocks and a lead bag. He's on the sandbag here at a slight angle with that scope very close, but we still got a little bit of space so we can really punch him in the face. And now I'm going to pull that hammer back and pull a string. 50 BMG smooches coming in 3, 2, 1. Oh!
Okay, he's dead. Very dead. Well, you see, that gun can kill you even without exploding if you use it improperly. Good to know.
Okie dokie, I'm surprised that didn't just completely fall off the table. That was quite a bit of recoil.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get this out of here. Scope, surprisingly, still looks good. It's not moving. Come on, nope, all right.
As always.
That's not coming out of there. I'll have to get that out later. Let's take a look at our zombie torso here.
Yeah.
He's not looking too good. His skull is fractured. Yeah, his whole face feels kind of loose also. This
it's kind of got caved in pretty
all
much.
broken. His orbital bone, all of that is just shattered. Oh my goodness. Golly. And then, yes, his entire skull is fractured. Now, this is a little bit of an exaggeration. His skull is cracked and he's just absolutely mangled. I don't think a 50 BMG scope kiss would be this bad.
I mean, if you had your back of your head to a concrete wall, then maybe.
Because most likely the back of your head would not be pressed up against cinder blocks.
Yeah.
But I would say if you were too close to a 50 BMG scope and that gun went off, you definitely would be needing a makeover and insurance.
That looks kind of like Terminator.
And potentially a glass eye. So what did we learn today? Well, I know personally.
That is a huge crowbar.
I learned that scope placement is very important, and so is your face placement. I think it goes without saying that before you shoot a rifle with a scope on it, you definitely need to make sure there is a proper distance between your eyeball and the back of that scope. Otherwise, you may end up looking like this guy.
Ooh. Oh, gosh. That was brutal.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure.
Honestly, that kind of seemed even more violent than some of the gunshots when he shot those things.
Give it a like and make sure you hit that subscribe.
I mean, a crowbar might have a similar amount of energy to a bullet when swung this fast. It is heavy,
be sure to check me out on all social media platforms. Links to those are in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time.
Oh, yeah.
I think I like that crowbar. It's pretty effective.
Oh, yeah. So, very interesting results, especially from the 50 cal. I didn't expect it to do that much, but I guess it makes sense with how much recoil these guns produce. So yeah, interesting video. I will probably be recording some more reactions to the older videos from Kentucky Ballistics. So stay tuned for that. And with that, I will see you all next time. Bye bye.